Hi guys, today we are doing a quick update video on the 350 today. Enough of my face anyway at the start, but this is something a bit more interesting to look at here. A spoiler that I picked up off Facebook Marketplace about 2 weeks ago now. I've not done a video on it since, but this was put on a little bit while after the last drift day that we did. Is an actual Voltex carbon spoiler. It does have these questionable mounts, which you might be like, oh, it doesn't look like a Voltex wing, because it's got them eBay style mounts on it. Case of that is, basically this is off an Evo 5, I want to say it was. So it came with like these big, like square sort of mounts, I want to say, for like the flat boot that it's got. Still got them mounts. They don't fit on this, which I knew that would be the case anyway. But because this was quite a good price, I was like, fuck it, we'll just give it a go, see if they line up. If they don't, I'll get some mounts. These are the cheapest option. They were like £17 or something like that. Did look at the actual Voltex mounts, but they're very expensive. They're like £200 for just the mounts, and I was like, yep, I'll just buy some cheap ones for now, just get it mounted, just so it's there, rather than spending a lot of money on some mounts that are a bit, I mean, they'd look really nice, but yeah, I'm not that bothered as such. Obviously we've got all these extra lovely holes that don't look amazing on the boot, but we'll address that at some point in time. But with it being a drift car, it's not too big of a deal at this current time as such. But I do a bit of a walk around so you can kind of see the angles and stuff of what it looks like. I think the height wise it's pretty perfect, because it sits kind of level with the roof line-ish, to say. Obviously the wing, it's a big sort of thing to me, at least, of positioning of the boot, of how far back it sits, which we tried to push it as far back as we could, and then obviously how high it is another factor to myself. Of if it's too high, it just looks a bit ridiculous really. So I think it's about spot on. It was kind of just a guess really, because I had no idea what it actually looked like on the car, but this is like stud eye level with how high I am, sorry. And it just pokes above the roof, but then as you get down, it's kind of out of the way. Quick thing on the bumper as well, that has got a big hole in the front of it now, which we just chopped out for a bit of extra airflow as such, slash the bumper's a bit damaged, so I was just trying to hide a little bit of that. But I mean, it doesn't look horrific. We will be getting a new body kit on it at some point when I want to spare the extra pennies, but they're not really that cheap, so it's not on the priority list as such. But visual wise, so that's kind of it. I mean, the car's kind of visually stayed the same for a while. There is plans for it to get a body kit, like I said. There's a lot of different options, not really sure which one I want to go for, but it's more when I know I can drive the car to a high standard, so I don't just put this lovely kit on it, get it painted and then smash the car up. So it'll come when I'm at a comfortable level. In terms of the just go on to the last drift day, if you're familiar with that video, we had an issue with the, I'm pointing at this area because this is the issue of where we had the thing with the car. So the end of the tie rod, I want to call it, was like a round bit with like a bushing thing, and it kind of sits on the hub. That bushing had sort of disintegrated, so there was a lot of play, so I had like a lot of wiggle in the wheel. I have since swapped that out, and that is now all sound for the next drift day, just to let people know that I haven't just left it with my dodgy zip tie-in things. Different wheels on the back, as always. I kind of switch between what ones I'm running, but I've got quite a few different sets to play with, so I always mix up the styles, as they say. The fronts always stay the same, so I love the chromey deep dishy boys. The back's full of shit currently. If I can unlock the car, we'll sit in said car. There we go. There we go. Now we are planted in the vehicle. There isn't really too much new with the car as such, because I've not really done anything. I'm kind of trying to focus a lot of my money with buying tyres and actually driving the car, because it costs a lot to just do drifting in general. If you don't do drifting, you probably wouldn't know that, but when you're in it, you kind of understand that it's not the cheapest game in the world. So all these builds you see on Instagram where they've just spent a fortune on doing the body kit, getting it painted, bought these wheels, and then all they do to take it to a show, it's a bit different to the whole drifting. Next, you got to take it to a track, getting it there, fuel in the car, buying tyres, fixing stuff. So obviously everyone's got their own budgets for things, so mine's not massive, so it is what it is. But yeah, we're getting there slowly. Inside the car, I haven't really done anything, to be honest, but we're here just to show you where we're at. This thing has been in the car for a while. Don't think I've done a video on it because I don't tend to film stuff that I'm a bit questionable about, because I don't want to be like, this is how you do a wiring panel, and then you copy me and then your car blows up. All it is really is, I think this is off a shelf, possibly. It was something we were throwing out, so I just cut it to shape with my Dremel. Could have used metal, but I'm not very good at cutting metal up, so this is what we've gone with. But it holds the kill switch, and I've put a little thing in for the hazard lights. Craftsmanship at its finest, really, from myself. This is as advanced as we get, really. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I'm not really bothered by it, because I know it's not like a show car. No one really comes in the car, and if they do come in the car, they're looking that way, not, oh, what's this? And if they look at that, they go, wow, it's got buttons on it. So it doesn't really bother me too much. Probably will remake this in metal at some point. Don't know when that'll be, because I'm not in a rush to do it as such. Then we also got this as well. Just thought I'd show this quickly. It's a little 350Z Hot Wheels with a wing on it, supplied by Lewis, which is new to the team, which you'll be seeing in a couple of the drift videos and potentially other videos to come in the future as well. I've also got a fire extinguisher behind me. I don't know if you've even seen that. I can't remember what I filmed on this car inside wise. I've not done one for a while anyway. Not a lot's really changed, but there's just a little bits that changed for when I did that competition thing that time last October. And speaking of that, at Teesside, we are going back to Teesside, not for a competition, just in general for a normal track day, which is the 3rd of June, I want to say, which is next Friday. This video will be up on Friday. I'm not filming it on Friday though, because like, yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. It's filmed on the Wednesday, and then I put it up on Friday. And then the next Friday I'll be drifting, which is all good. But yeah, Teesside should be good. Very excited, because to me, there's not a lot of UK tracks. I mean, you're quite limited really. You've got like your kind of big skid pad things like Buxton, which is really good. I'm not like hating on Buxton or anything. I think that's a great track, mint for seat time, great people there and all that stuff. But in terms of tracks that are like circuits, that are like wiggly in different directions and all that sort of stuff, there isn't that many really. There's kind of, it's basically just what BDC run really from my experience. There could be other ones that I don't know about, but there's like Three Sisters, Teesside, Driftland. I can't think of any other ones. Santa Pod, I guess. It's not really a track, it's kind of a skid pad with cones. Then you've got D-pad as well, which is kind of, not been there, but from what I've seen it's like a Buxton, potentially a little bit bigger, and they kind of do, I think, a bit of the infield as well of that circle, I want to say. Could be wrong there, could be sounding like an idiot. So there isn't a lot of tracks to really choose from, to be honest, which is a shame, because I don't know if this has always been UK drifting. I think there's kind of been more tracks and they've kind of died off throughout the years as drifting's kind of gone on a decline, which is kind of, don't want to say it's on a decline, but it kind of, I think it kind of is in a general sense of costs of drifting, everything just going up, tyres, fuel. The car market is stupid. Like Jap cars, I mean, before I could afford them, when I was a little youth Lucas, they were like 2-3 grand for some of them, and now they're like 10 plus. And it's like, it's a lot of money to buy a car to then skid it and then potentially crash it, especially if you're learning. It's like even 350s, they're getting quite silly money now. They're like 6 grand and upwards. That's like for a stock one, and then you've got to do mods to it to drift it. It's like, it's not cheap. I mean, and then your other current, I'd say, budget car to get into drifting is Beamers, which they're very popular, especially at Buxton Raceway. But then even they're getting expensive now for like, depends how nice of a car you want. To me, I like having a nice car. This is still a bit battered, the 350, but in general, I think it's quite nice. And if you want a car that's at like a nice standard or nice level, you're kind of paying a premium for it. Even like the E36s now are getting like, I don't know the specific numbers on them, but they're getting more expensive than what they used to be. Same with everything really, so there's no cheap way to get into it anymore. I've kind of gone off on a tangent anyway, into the whole realm of costs of drifting and all that sort of thing, which you probably don't want to hear about. Maybe you do. I could do a content thing of me talking about drifting, who knows. I mean, I'm not some big figurehead in drifting where I'm like, can tell you where it's going or anything like that. It's just my opinions of being new into drifting and what I've seen of other people's videos and what the general market of cars and that sort of thing. But yeah, interesting anyway. I mean, I'll still be at it until I can't afford it anymore. Exciting. But yeah, I've kind of gone off on a massive tangent, like I've just said, a bit unnecessarily. The car itself is sound, it seems to be anyway at the moment. Not any massive changes. Like I said before, body kit is on the board of what I'd like to do. Not going to be like, oh, I'm going to do a body kit in the summer, because I probably won't, to be honest. I'll probably spend my money just paying to go on track days with it. And tyres, even though it might not seem like I do a lot, they still cost quite a lot to do. So it's just to try and explain why that's that. As well as Teesside next Friday, we'll be doing Buxton on the Saturday as well. So extra pennies being spent there, but I mean, I need to get as much drifting in as possible really, because that's why we do it. It's fun, and I need to get as much experience in the bag so I can get to the level that I want to be. So that's June kind of covered for drift days. I don't know other event-wise what's happening in June. I think there might be an exclusive JDM show that they've got on, which I've yet to go to one of them this year. I do really enjoy it, apart from the little car meet thing, but that's not like one of their shows they do. But it's just kind of an extra financial thing of getting it there. Because I mean, I've got the trailer and stuff now, but it's then just fueling the bloody Mondingo to pull the car anywhere. And if it's a bit like, do I buy an extra set of tyres or do I take my car to a show? I'm a bit like, I'd rather just get the extra tyres so I can get more seat time in. It's kind of how I see it at the minute. Depends where I'm at financially really as well, so it's one of them things I suppose. But and then July time you've got Driftland with the BDC festival thing that they've got on, which I really want to go to. I had a look at how far away it is. It's like 5.5 hours, which should be like bombing up there, get a hotel, stay for the night, go and drift the next day, and then I guess hotel the same night as that, then drive back, which costs a little bit. And then it's like, if you want to watch BDC, you've got to spend the extra couple of days up there to watch all that as well. So it's not a cheap weekend as such. Definitely something I might consider though, because I do want to drive a Driftland, so it would be a good time to do it. So I'll just see where I'm at budget wise then, and that'll potentially be something that I'll be doing. If not, I'll get on another track. Coughing, dying. But yeah, kind of rambled off a lot. I didn't really see this as much of a big full content video of things to see, just kind of me talking, just a quick visual show of a spoiler and the random bits of the car, and then just a ramble of my opinions and stuff, I guess. Oh dear. I've not had enough to drink, keep coughing, not going well. But yeah, hopefully today's video has been of slight interest. If you want more rambling content-y videos, I can quite easily do them, because I can just ramble about stuff or opinions and things like that. But dying from this cough, don't know what's going on here. I need to get myself a drink. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully it's not been too boring. If you've got this far, well done. Thanks for listening to me rambling shit. But yeah, until next time guys, catch you later with some more drifting and content of me doing stuff. Perfecto.